Hello YouTube, and I'm back to talk about my hopes for Supergirl Season 4, Legends Season 4, and Black Lightning Season 2. Alright, for Supergirl, I'm going to start with Kara. Now that she's single, now that she's able to sit on her own 2 feet for once, she's the lead of the show again like she was in Season 1. Thank God Monel is gone, and, all that legion of superheroes or whatever that was is gone. She's lead of the show. She can be back at Catco finally. Being a journalist has been a while since we've seen her actually at her job, and now it seems like they're really serious about that, bringing in the character Nine Niles, who's played by Nicole Maines, who's a trans activist and an actor, and she's going to be playing the first trans superhero on television named Dreamer. I'm not sure about this character. I haven't done any research, but it's fantastic that they are taking this leap. Now, I hope they do have trans consultants in the writings room, and I hope they're actually having Nicole help them because she's the only trans person in the cast and as a character. So hopefully they're taking this seriously because the way they've dealt with other, serious topics, especially doing with, you know, either sexuality or now we're dealing with, with gender and everything like that. Hopefully they do it right. And considering with that, with Alex, this past season, the writing of her and Maggie's breakup to me, my personal opinion, was terrible. I did not like the way they did that. It felt out of nowhere of them wanting to have a child when they should have discussed it and them almost getting married. I just didn't like that at all. I didn't like the hookup between her and Sarah when it first aired. Now that it's been almost a year, I'm kind of okay with it. But when it happened, I was just so angry about everything. It was just, to me, it was just terrible. And I still kind of feel just kind of iffy about that and all, to be honest. Um, but now with Alex, it seems like hopefully she won't be obsessed with having a child, and she'll be out in the field more. Being with Kara, Danvers sisters. Hopefully more of that this year. Now that Kara doesn't have to deal with other people, she could deal with her and her sister. And I heard they're bringing a new love interest for Alex. I don't know who it is. But hopefully they do it right and don't rush everything. And now that Alex, is out and she's had the experience of having a girlfriend and doing all this other stuff, hopefully now they see the importance of representation of queer people. And that does count for Nicole also, who's playing Dreamer. Hopefully they see the importance of that, and they need to keep to that also, especially with those two characters now that they're so important. Um, and with everything else, I'm not sure about Brainiac 5. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him because I know in the comics, Kara and Brainiac 5 fall in love. I'm just not here for Kara being with anybody right now because considering the catastrophe they did with Monel, it was just so terrible. But I just want them to be friends. I kind of want him to kind of be like the Win character considering we lost him. So that's that on Brainiac. With James and Lena, they're that coupling is just terrible. I just don't see it. They have no chemistry at all. I hope if Lena goes in a certain direction this season, I'm not saying full-fledged evil, that's predictable. If she goes in a certain direction this season to where she might have a different perspective or a different reasoning, and if her and James argue a lot over certain things or disagree on certain things, maybe they can break up for good and that'll be over, hopefully. Um, and later on this season, I think probably towards the finale, I think Luna should know that Kara is Supergirl. That'd be very dramatic for an end of a season thing. So there's that on Supergirl. I've probably had more stuff to say because I've criticized the show for the past 2 seasons for a lot of its missteps, and hopefully it improves, and especially improves on the female front when casting. And I hope they cast more diversity when it comes to women and having women of color actually be good characters and not just have white women on the show. Hopefully they look to do that either this season or beyond. Now going to Legends, I have less to say about this show because it's gotten so good this past season. Hopefully they continue with Avalanche. I've enjoyed that. They continue to be crazy. I hope that Constantine does not take over too much of the show. I know the show goes through different phases, and that's what I like about it. It's kind of a different taste each season. So that's all I gotta say about Legends. It's a really good show, and I haven't had big problems with it. It's very fun and wacky and out there, and hopefully they stay to that and improve on certain things, like I just said. And with Black Lightning, the same thing. Season one was so great. I hope we're seeing more Grace. It looks like we are. Um, Bringing that more in there, and the show is great. So yeah, like I said, the majority was going to be Supergirl because I had so much to say. So that's the end of my hopes for the Arrowverse. What are your thoughts? And have a great rest of your day, YouTube.